We have a lot of idea of a spiritual person or realized person. This comes from our stereotypes which we see in the TV, which we see in the serials, we see in Puranas. He should be like this, he will behave like that and all. They're all just concepts. That's another part of your cultural memory conditioning. Okay. How does a Jnani live? This is the question Arjuna asks in chapter 2. It's called Sthitapradna Lakshana. Okay. So Sthitapradna Lakshana is a Arjuna asks Shri Krishna, how does Jnani walk, talk, behave? Okay. And in Samadhi. So he puts two things very clearly: Samadhi and walking, talking, interacting. Very sharp question. Because Samadhi is typically taken as a state of mental absorption. Many yogis in Samadhi are not aware of external thing. They are not aware of the body also. It's like almost like a coma or deep sleep. Okay. So Arjuna understands the Samadhi is a state of coma or deep sleep. Okay. Maybe internally something is happening, but you say the Jnani is not aware of the external thing. In fact, many times when people go to Samadhi, they may go to Samadhi for many days without taking food and water and all. So Arjuna is asking, what is the behavior of Jnani in Samadhi and when you are interacting with the world, talking, walking. So this is actually Shri Krishna explains Sthitapradna Lakshana, or a sign of an enlightened one, in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. Okay, many slokas. So one sloka is Dukeshu anudigna manaha sukeshu vigataspraha vita raga bhayakrodha stitadi munyuchade. So he doesn't get depressed when sorrow comes. He doesn't get elated when the joy comes. Okay, he doesn't have attraction and repulsion. Vita raga bhayakrodha, fear and anxiety, fear and anger is not there. Such a person is called established in truth, a self-realized person. So there are many more characteristics are given. For us, what is characteristic is not important, that you can read. But why it is so, I will tell you. Why that characteristic is there. So that Sri Krishna doesn't tell you. He doesn't tell why, he tells what. Okay. What is important for us, why he is like that. Right? Dukeshu anudigna manaha. Jnani doesn't get depressed. Okay. When the sorrow comes. Okay. Why it's so? When there is a sorrowful situation in life. So he knows the nature of the world. Everything is anitya, temporary. The sorrow comes and goes. Okay. The sorrow cannot stay for long. Neither joy. Okay. The nature of life is wave. Any experience in life is like a wave. Okay. It's not a straight line. The nature, everything is like a wave or a combination of duality. Okay. For example, in nature, if there's a mountain, there's a valley also. There cannot be a mountain without a valley. If there's a peak, there's a valley. If there's good, there's bad. Okay. If there's light, there's darkness. If there's sorrow, there is joy. If there is joy, there is sorrow. This is the nature of life, cyclical. So if it is cyclical, what is the point of getting depressed when sorrow comes? What is the point of jumping with elation when this joy comes? Everything passes. It's a question of time. Okay. The nature of life is dualism. Everything in nature has opposite and they come together. They are like two sides of a coin. You cannot separate one side of the coin and say this is a coin. The life is always double-sided and both sides are opposite. If there is good in life, there is bad in life at all. If there is bad in life, there is good in life. So many people have a question, why there is evil in the world? Evil in the world is there because there's good in the world. Ravana and Rama exist together. Okay. So always the nature has opposites. That's why it keeps in balance. Otherwise it becomes imbalanced. Right? The balance in nature requires both opposites. But what we want is, we want only one side of the life. I want only happiness. Okay? Or I don't want sorrow at all. That's not possible, my dear. That's not life at all. Jnani has understood life. Very simple. When somebody child is born in the family, we laugh. Okay? And the child cries. See, the child has more understanding of reality. Birth is a cry for the child, for laughter for the others. And death is the silence for the person who's dying, is peaceful. That's why may his soul rest in peace. Whereas for other people cry. When you are born, people laugh. When you die, people cry. But when you're born, you cry. When you die, you become silent, peaceful. You see, nature. That means you understand life better than others. But we get carried away by life. We start thinking what everybody thinks is real. Actually, you are doing right actually. When you are born, you cry. You are doing right actually. When you die, you become silent. That's also right. You don't cry that time. Others people cry. In fact, whatever society is doing is quite opposite of reality, you know. But you start thinking society is real. And you start living as if the society is right. That's your misery. As a child, you had right knowledge. Birth is a suffering, that's why you cry. And when you die, you become peaceful and silent. You know, it's time to go. It's relaxing time. In between, you go to trouble because you start believing what society tells you. If society gives you identity and you have a development identity of society, this conflict will continue when you are alive. Jnani has resolved this conflict. He understands. Okay, he understands the game played by the memory. He understands the game played by the thoughts. So when the thought comes, he just watches it. Right? He doesn't get involved in the thoughts. When you get involved with the thoughts, you are like a dog running after a biscuit. Okay? Don't run like a dog. Just watch like a lion. So this Jnani does. He becomes a silent witness of thoughts. Does that mean? So because then he's not elated by joy or depressed by sorrow or elated by joy. He is balanced. A balanced personality is Jnani. So if you think Jnani means somebody great, no, Jnani is an evolution of human being. It becomes a balanced personality. Others we are imbalanced. We are totally imbalanced personalities. Okay. Raga, Dvesha, attraction and repulsion is not there for him. What is attraction and what is repulsion? Attraction and repulsion is for your identity, not for you. The real you and what you think you are. Okay. Real you is the sakshi. Real you is the consciousness, which is peace. But what you think you are, okay, I am a man, handsome boy, then attraction is there for the girl. Okay, you think I am smart, okay, then if somebody says you are dumb, you will get hurt. Okay, so I don't like dumb people, Dvesha. You are now dealing with the unreality called memory, self-identity, with the unreality called identity of other person. You think you know the other person. No. The real person you don't know. Real person is Atma, which is yourself. So when you are hating somebody, you are hating yourself because yourself is there in him also. Okay. Now can I get attracted by some person? Your attraction is for the person or for the Atma? If your attraction is for the person, it's called moha, attachment, raga. Raga will always follow the Dvesha. That's the law of nature. Okay? I told nature is bipolar. Okay, there's a bipolar disorder also nowadays. So bipolar means there are two polarity, plus and minus, good and bad. Raga and Dvesha. Please understand, whom you have attraction most, you will get the most hatred from that person. Because that's the law of nature. Okay? Then should I not have attraction for the person? You can have, but it should be love, not moha. When you get attracted by a person, you are attracted with the body and mind, which is an image, it's a memory in you, nothing else. If you are really have a person, if you really get over that, then you have only love for the person, because the consciousness in him and consciousness in you are one and the same. Okay? You are loving yourself. That's why Jesus said, love thy neighbor as yourself. Okay? So if you a little bit mistakenly understand, you love the neighbor's wife because your understanding of yourself is a body. He says yourself, which is Atma, which is consciousness. Then you start, there's everybody is neighbor, everybody is you for you. Okay, entire world is my family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, because myself is in everybody, all living beings. Then there's love. It's not raga dvesha. There love, there's no opposite. Okay? Attraction, repulsion, this opposite. So the love, hatred is not opposite. Hatred is for raga, attraction is opposite. Love is the basic background. When other emotions are not there, only pure love is there. That's your nature. That's what Jnani has understood. That's why he is Jnani. Bhaya krodha, fear and anger is not there. Why fear is not there? What is the fear? Fear of loss of something. Loss of body, loss of mind, loss of reputation. It can happen with Jnani. Then, if you know that it is not me, it's only a memory, do you cry when your memory is rebooted in your laptop or computer? Not a fresh memory. So, loss of memory, loss of body, mind, intellect, identity, he is not worried because he is the Atma. And Atma cannot be touched, Atma cannot be destroyed, it's consciousness. Space cannot be cut. When you put a wall, the space appears to be cut, but space is not cut. Like that, Atma, the self, is infinite. It's immortal. Then where is the fear for him? All fear are based on the loss of identity. Some sort of identity or other. That doesn't mean that somebody is trying to kill Jnani, he may not run away. He may run away to preserve the body identity for some time. But he is not afraid. He is taking action. Krodha, anger, helplessness. Oh, helplessness is, anger comes out of helplessness. Why helplessness? Oh, things are not happening according to I wish. Who is this I? He is the ego. Ego has its own wishes. The servant has become the master. So, you are given entire responsibility of your body, mind complex to the servant. And he is taking a ride on your name. Ego has to be a servant, not a master. A master goes on vacation. Okay. Then one servant takes over the house and makes all other servants serve him instead of place of master. He becomes the pseudo master, false master. But when master comes back, this guy is silent. Similarly, when you start recognizing yourself as Atma, ego becomes silent. Ego doesn't die. It just becomes your servant. Helplessness is for whom? What helplessness? What helplessness I need? Helplessness, this didn't happen, that's why I am unhappy. As Atma, I am blissful. How unhappiness can come to me? So then, anger disappears from your life. Bhaya disappears from life. Bhaya, Sthitadi Muniruchide, he is established in truth. This is the characteristic of a enlightened. Actually, Bhagavad Gita, we think is Krishna